Arcane Wilds. Is it worth a buy? Let's read the words of the developer. Arcane Wilds is a Western-themed fantasy real-time strategy game with a unique twist on resource management. Resources can be harvested or stolen and then transported to the battlefield to enhance combat. Play cooperative missions for 1 to 4 players or competitively with up to 8 players, or just the AI, or play solo. It's all that stuff, guys. Now, before you all vomit all over your keyboards at the sight of these ghastly graphics, and they are fucking rancid, this looks like something made 25 years ago by a 3-year-old in a bedroom going, "Mom, I've made a game, Mom!" Alright, probably not that bad, but you get the idea. It looks awful. If you are a real-time strategy fan, you may enjoy this. I've been playing it pretty much all day today. I kind of allotted 2 hours to it, and I've done 6, I think, which is too much. But I'm kind of addicted to it. It's got a really good gameplay loop. It's not even out in early access yet. This is pre-early access, but you can get into this playtest that I'm doing free just by going to the Steam page for Arcane Wilds. I'm sure you can find it. I don't need to link that. But this is how the game plays. Essentially, you have an island where your home base is, and you build key buildings on this island by going on missions, getting resources, and bringing them back to your main island. Without them resources, you can't build. And different islands that you go to have different resources for winning battles and doing missions there. So you essentially pack up a big ship, cast off, set sail, land on this new island with some basic pioneers who will harvest wood. Wood allows you to build the buildings, and also it's a currency for bringing in more troops from your mainland. It's a cost. It's the base currency of the game. The other currencies of the game is kind of like this essence that you have to mine on these kind of essence-based corrupted pieces of land. And depending on the mission, you might be having to hold out the base while hordes of enemy attack. You may have to go and kill a guardian and steal his relic and bring his relic back. You may have to liberate other camps on the island. There's lots of different types of missions. Well, not lots. There's about 4 different types of missions so far that I've come across. But it's all very fun building up the base, because you have to build the barracks in order to get your basic units over. You've got to build a ranged kind of barrack to bring in your snipers, and a stable to bring in your cavalry, and so on and so forth. There's other buildings that will give you a buff to how many resources you can collect. There's also academies that will give buffs to your armor, your shooting, how sharp your pikes are and things like that. But they all take time to build up, and you have to have the right essence and the right amount of wood to actually do that. All the time you're going to be getting attacked, and you have a fame meter at the top. This is what makes it different from other RTS games. It determines how many units you can have, and it doesn't distinguish between army or civilian. This is just every unit. So if it's, say, at 40, you could have, say, 10 miners and woodcutters, and the rest 30 could be your army or something like that. That just depends what you want, really. You have to tailor that. You're going to need big armies in this, but you're also going to need to keep a constant supply coming in. Now, to increase the size of your army, you have to go out and kick some bottoms. The more combat you do, the higher the fame will go, and that will allow you to take on more units. You might upgrade to 50. Then it can upgrade to 60 and 70, then 100. And I don't know where this is capped. I've took it to 130 before. It's just really, really good fun. There's I think 5 or 6 difficulty levels you can crank it up to as well, where the enemy just come at you and wreck you, basically. So you can have pretty big games. I'm trying to unlock the Gatling gun, because it is there in the tutorial. Huge tutorial to this game, but I don't seem to be able to find it in the actual main game. Although this isn't the full main game, it's just a play test. Not everything's in there from what I gather on the forums, but it's different to normal RTS games, and that's why I like it. It's not the same as every other RTS game. It is different. Don't be put off by the graphics. Give it a whirl if you like RTS games. You'll probably be pleasantly surprised by this one. It's definitely a one to watch. I just wish the graphics weren't so bad. It really is off-putting. But there you go, guys. That's Arcane Wilds. One for the RTS fans, methinks.